All right. It's always strange to start these live streams because, I'm always wondering, am I live by now or am I not? Am I still offline? But it seems that I'm online, I'm live, which would be cool because I'm really looking forward to having this live stream with you guys. So, hi, everyone. Hallo zusammen. You might know me. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's me. Hi. Hi, Charles, Ryu. Hi. And hi, Tiffany. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Hope this stream is running smoothly. If it doesn't, please tell me. And, if the audio levels are pretty much unbalanced, if I'm too low in terms of volume or if the music's too loud or something like that, please tell me because I don't know. That's the thing with live streams, and doing them. I can't really monitor all of that right away while I'm doing it. And that's pretty much the difficulty there. Eric, hi. Thanks for tuning in. And everyone else, of course. And also you guys watching this afterwards as a recording on YouTube. Hi. I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. And to all of you, of course, for making this possible. It is, yeah, it's awesome. Just gotta say it the way it is, Not gonna lie, I'm once again left speechless. Yes. Umberto, hi. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? Love it. Finally back with another Q&A AMA, little chill hangout live stream sort of thing. Audio and video are great right now. That is equally great, I hope. By the way, in case you're wondering, every time I'm looking this way, I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at you guys, basically, what you write in the chat. So don't wonder. Mr. Lincoln Jason, guten Tag from Scotland. Scotland. Hi. Cheers. And greetings from Germany. Cheers from Germany to Scotland. Would love to go there at some point. And I'm sure I will. So that's definitely on my list. Yep. And thanks for tuning in. What time is it in Scotland, I wonder? Is it like an hour prior? Like, would it be 8 p.m. in Scotland right now? Sounding great. Joris Sturs. I hope I didn't butcher your name. But hi, thanks for tuning in. Hi, Joris. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for being here. That means a lot. That truly means a lot. Yeah, I was lucky that I could actually have this live stream on a Saturday once again, because I think it's probably the best day to have these kinds of AMA, Q&A types of live streams, because most of you guys might be, available, or you might be able to tune in, as opposed to doing live streams under the week, on a working day, that is. It's okay, yeah, so I guess right. Aloha, Justine Thompson, hi. Thanks for tuning in, Justine. And Benjamin Ladden, hi. You know what I also love about doing these live streams, there's a recurring community of people that tune into my streams and that I constantly see in the comments, even though I can't really answer and reply to every single comment under my videos anymore. I'm not wanting to sound like PewDiePie who gets like millions of comments a day. That's not the case, but it's still quite a lot by now, and it's not possible for me to answer or reply to every single comment. I try to read as many as I can, but yeah, it's tough. So and thank you very much for saying that, Benjamin. Congrats to 50K. Yeah, it's crazy. It is just crazy, really. Never thought I would have this live stream in the first place, to be honest. A 50,000 subscriber celebration live stream. Even saying that sounds ridiculous. Miss Clarissa! Laura Lee, hi! Oh, that's cool that you're tuning in, because Miss Clarissa, I've pointed that out, I think, a couple of times by now, but I have to repeat it every single time because I'm so honored and humbled. Because Miss Clarissa is not only a mod in this chat, so behave, everyone, but she has been around on this channel since 2015, the early days of this channel. And she's also a great person. I met her, I think it was in September of 2017, I think, in Cologne, when I and Get Germanized, when we both had a common or a shared fan meet and greet, a viewer meet and greet. And I also got to meet Laurelie, Miss Clarissa there, and it was a real pleasure. It was really cool. You know, I'm digging people that, you know, are just likable and that you can talk to, have a good conversation with, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for being so cool, Miss Clarissa, and for all your support, which I can't, as you know, I can't thank you enough for that, honestly. Words are insufficient, I feel, which is which is a shame. Yeah, you know, words fail me here, and my tongue as well. And wow, Alexandra, thank you very much for that generous tip. Wow, thank you very much. Wow, thank you. That is, and it's also for like a good cause, if you as you can see down there, because currently I'm paying back my student debt, my student loan. You know, the actual amount is higher than this one, but I didn't want to stop this in order to not, you know, that it seemed strange. Because, oh, it's interesting that is, oh, it's because of the tipping jar. Okay, I was confused for a moment there. Anyway, what I wanted to say is that I have another credit running for the upcoming flat that I'm about to move into, and so the actual amount of that is higher than what's displayed here, but I didn't want to change it because, you know, that would be strange to do, so no. Anyway, I have to catch up with the stream. Someone, hi! Thank you very much for tuning in. That is greatly appreciated. Thanks for taking the time. And Chicken Pommes, 50.000 Glückwunsch, Junge. Vielen Dank. Ja, ich freue mich echt. Das ist einfach mega. Echt. Das ist. Hätte ich nie im Leben mit gerechnet. Ich meine, das sagt jeder wahrscheinlich, der irgendwann vielleicht an diesen Punkt kommt, aber es ist einfach so. Es ist wirklich so. Am I able to get a private German lesson? I grew up with Rammstein and I've been wanting to learn the language. Mr. Lincoln Jason, I appreciate the interest, but I don't think I can handle that time-wise. What I want to do in the future, I don't know the exact details about that yet. You know, the fee that I would need to charge in a way, because, you know, has to be feasible for me, is to be able to give you guys worksheets, you know, about certain different topics, worksheets about, you know, maybe like a text about Rammstein and you can fill in the correct German words or something like that. Or I give you like multiple versions of that, maybe like a German text that you have to translate to English or the other way around or something like that, you know. I think that would be cool because I could definitely do that stuff better than giving one-on-one lessons, because I can't do that at the moment. It's not possible. But that being said, I do appreciate the interest. So I definitely intend to do that, like doing those kinds of worksheets in a way. And I'm going to send them to you guys. You can fill them out and I'm going to correct them, you know, for a little fee, that is, a certain fee. That is what I'm thinking about at the moment. But I'm going to let you guys know once that's settled, once everything is prepared for that. Might take a while. But I hope you're interested in that as well. And if that's something for you guys, yeah, I'd be glad to offer that to you, you know, in the future. What are your thoughts on the outro of Angst where they are eating sweets while watching TV? It is, from a German perspective, it's a pretty clear thing what they are doing there, because they are eating what, in German these days is called der Schaumkuss. Pretty much the foam kiss, translated literally, meaning, sort of, how to describe it? Chocolate, and inside of the chocolate is like a milky flavor, so to speak. But back in the day, in colloquial German, many Germans refer to them as die Negerküsse, which is really insulting in a way. And I'm glad that people don't use that anymore, because translated literally, don't want to trigger anyone, but it actually translates to the nigger kiss, der Negerkuss. That was pretty much a slang term for those types of sweets in Germany for quite a while, which I'm ashamed to say. Never used that term, but yeah, so that is pretty provocative. Once again, typically Rammstein, but I think it's good that they are pointing that out, that has changed, and it also fits the context of, being afraid of foreigners and foreign influences, xenophobia, that is pretty much discussed in the music video and in the song. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit behind the chat right now, but I'm trying to catch up, don't you worry. I'm gonna get to your comment. Congrats, Dave, I actually have that. Carl Creighton, hi. David Daniels, hi. Hi, how are you doing, Daniel? David, Dave, first time tuning in, Sacramento. Love all your Rammstein video and song reviews. Thank you very much for saying that. That is greatly appreciated, because, it's feedback like that. Honestly speaking, real talk for a moment. It's the feedback that you guys give under the videos by liking them, by commenting, and by sharing them, spreading the word about my channel and my videos with other people that may be interested in that stuff. That stuff is what basically also keeps me making them, besides me wanting to make them, of course, because it's much fun for me, but it's even much more fun to make them if you guys enjoy them as well. And so never underestimate the power of a really positive comment that you guys leave, because so I really appreciate that, and you saying that, David. Thank you very much. And everyone, thanks for the congratulations. I really appreciate that. And I can only congratulate you guys because you made this possible, And it's because of you guys that we've reached that. You might have seen me actually, phrasing the posts about the stream a couple of days ago by me saying, we have reached 50K. And you might have been wondering, okay, well, who's we? Isn't, just one guy running this channel? Isn't that you, Dave? Yes, it is just me doing everything. So it's a one-man show in that sense on the production side of things. But it's we, in terms of you and me, making this possible, right? That is why I said we, because it truly is a community effort in a way. So, kudos. Thank you very, very, very much. Vielen Dank. I like people that you can like. The empty set, hi! Congrats, you definitely deserve it. Thank you very much for saying that. That is greatly appreciated and very nice of you to say. $50 for 50K, that is really, really generous. So thank you very much, Alexandra, once again. Bafug's a bitch. You don't, if you, or I'm just gonna say it in German to Chicken Pommes, because he's German. Du musst dir keine Sorgen machen, wenn du quasi was tippen möchtest, aber du das nicht kannst oder es irgendwie finanziell nicht geht. Mach dir da bitte nie im Leben Sorgen. Darum geht's nicht, ja? Es ist einfach schon schön, dass du überhaupt hier bist. Dass du im Chat mit dabei bist, dass wir diese Interaktion haben, das feiere ich jedes Mal. Deswegen, mach dir bitte keine Sorgen, falls das so gemeint war. Super Flash Crash, hi! Thank you very much for tuning in, Rick. Hi, but geht. Fenris, hi. Hi, sis, so to speak. Super Flash Crash is my bro, and she's my sis. You know, not like biologically speaking, but a brother from another mother, you know, and the other way around as well. Of course, so glad to help out. Thank you for your videos. Thank you guys for watching them. You know, that is all comes down to that. Okay, I really have to catch up with you guys. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind. I'm old. Takes a while. And I talk a lot, which I hope you don't mind. Hi, your videos are great, says Ellen Torres. Ellen Torres. Hi, Ellen. Great name, by the way. Like that a lot. I'm a big fan of Alan Wake, the video game, so Ellen is a great name in my book. German university are not free? No. No. But they are much... I mean, you can't compare the student fee that German students have to pay, or students in Germany have to pay, compared to the US, for instance. Because in Germany, you might actually pay like 20K to 30K for, you know, studying. Whereas I think in America, it's like over like 100K even, or 200K sometimes, which is crazy compared to Germany. But it's not free in Germany. No. No, 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 no. Would be cool if it were, but it isn't. A worksheet would be fantastic, like some homework. Yeah, something like that, pretty much. Nico Surano, by the way. Hi, thanks for tuning in. The only question that I haven't really answered for myself is, how much would I want to charge for that? You know, because the thing is, I don't want to charge too much, because I'm not greedy, you know, but it has to be a feasible amount so that I, you know, me spending the time to making these sheets and correcting them would be feasible, would be fitting, you know. So I don't know what to charge for that. Simply put, you know, I just don't know. What's a good amount that it works for me and it works for you guys? Because yeah, that is, I couldn't really answer that question yet. It's really hard for me to grasp that and to come up with a fitting amount. It's yeah. Oh, trust me, everyone over 45 or so still uses that word. Racism is the worst. Yes, it is. Dan, hi Dan. Also a long-time viewer. Yeah. Dan, how long have you been here? Like, not just today, but in terms of watching my videos. How long have you been with this channel? Because I think you've been around since maybe even 2015, 2016, around that time. Like a really long time, which is, wow. Mind-blowing, really. I'm Drachen on there. I've seen you active on this. Ah, okay, I see. We are Legion. We are Legion. Yes. All right, guys. Slowly catching up. Slowly but surely. Langsam aber sicher, that would be in German, by the way. Slowly but surely. Certain literal translation there. Ich liebe Deutsch und Rammstein. I do too. Thanks for the shout out. You're a very genuine and sincere, Dave. Thank you very much for saying that. And I try to be that, you know. One thing that I really care about when I make videos is that I am authentic and that I am not portraying to be someone else or something else. You know, I'm a bit quirky at times. I'm a bit, you know, I just like to go in depth with things, and especially with music, you know, for instance, Rammstein, but also doing, I don't know if you've seen them, these new album listening parties that I've been doing for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, which I want to do more often in the future as well, every now and then, as live streams as well. So we're going to listen to an album together, and I don't know if anyone has done this before on YouTube that way. It's not just an album reaction in English, but it's also a German lesson, flavored or mixed with it, melted with it. So it's pretty much two things in one. And two things I love that I can combine with that video series that I have established now on this channel, which is, like I've said before, listening to music with you guys, and also teaching you some German words and phrases that relate to the songs titles, for instance, or, lyrics that stand out, the chorus lines or something like that. And it's much fun, and I'm really enjoying this. The last one was for the new Florence and the Machine album, Dance Fever, that I did, I think, last week or the week before, a couple of days ago. And of course, you can also watch the recording of those afterwards with timestamps. And yeah. All right. As someone who learned German for 1.5 years and had to stop studying due to priorities of my life, I miss some kind of basic listening material. So that would be something, And I think the best German listening practice that I am offering right now is the German podcast. It's my podcast in German. It's simply titled The German Podcast. You can find that on every single podcasting platform there is. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and whatnot, Deezer, I think Tidal as well. So if you're interested in learning German or, having a German listening practice with podcasts, if you're a fan of podcasts, feel free to check out my podcast, because that might be very suitable for you. You can find a link to that one in the video description. And I'm also going to post a link. Or Rick, if you want to, feel free to post a link to my Anchor podcasting page, or Fenris, or whoever wants to do that. That would be greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for doing that. Because that gives me more time to catch up with the stream and the chat. No, I meant that you're having to pay back all that bit by bit. Yes. Kira Turner. Hi, Kira. Nice name as well. Hi, Dave. Congrats and much love from Arizona in the US. Hi to Arizona, and cheers to, that state. My mom's cousin actually lived in Phoenix, Arizona for, I think, 30 years or so. They had a styling saloon chain, I think. And now she's back in Germany. And heard many great things about Arizona and many different places in the US. And I would love to go there at some point. Definitely. But before I'm going to, continue answering your chat questions, which I will do, don't you worry, but I have to wait for a minute. I have to do something, because I'm about to pour myself a mega pint of red wine. Maybe some of you might have gotten the reference that I just made. Drinking like a mega pint. A mega pint. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. All right. Deborah DeMarco. Hi. Also a very lovely name, because it's an alliteration. I like alliterations. Congratulations. I love the videos that you give insight on how Germans think and their customs. Yes, because, I'm curious when it comes to those things, and I know that many people from outside of Germany are curious when it comes to, the German language, the German culture, Germans, how they act and interact in daily life and that kind of stuff. And it's a pleasure to make these videos, simply put. I just love it. I've been loving this for like 7 years now, and I actually said that in the podcast episode that I recorded today, which will be published next Wednesday, because there is a new podcast episode each Wednesday for the German podcast. And I also talked about, I think in that episode I actually talked about, that I made over 700 plus videos on this channel by now. And I'm not gonna lie, even though it's quite a lot of videos, I had fun making each of those videos. And I still have fun making those videos, similar to like the very first videos that I made. So it has never gone away, and I'm really thankful for that. And that, I guess, is my actually sign to drink, to cheer, to clink glasses with you guys. Floop. Klong. Cheerio, Miss Sophie. Prost, as we say in German. This one's for you. My mega pint of red wine. Lecker. Delicious. Delicious. Tasty. Okay. I haven't, Umberto says, I haven't checked your podcast yet since I have to start studying German again before doing it. Otherwise, I feel I will be doing things wrongly. Don't you worry, Umberto, take your time. And, I would be happy if you wanted to actually check it out. But, no worries and no stress. How much do you think people would be willing to pay for extra homework? See, that's the question I'm asking myself as well. It's not extra homework. I rather see it as, maybe preparation for exams or something like that, or just for like as general practice, Because the thing is, as opposed to homework, which you have to do in school, what I would be offering is voluntary. It's voluntary. People can decide to do that or they don't, and it's up to them, and it's okay, vice versa. But yeah, it's just an offer that I can make. So that is pretty much. I'm currently learning German through you and Duolingo, and I'm enjoying myself. That is great, Kira. That is great to hear. Keep doing that. I honestly don't remember. It's been a long time. I found you through Get Germanized. I think you've been around for like at least multiple years. I think, Dan, right? Might have been even 2015 when I started. Z-Wing, or is it Z-Wing? I always forget. I'm sorry. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? For worksheets. Oh, sorry. I scrolled too much. For worksheets, one thing you might consider is like a monthly Patreon fee with different numbers of sheets per month or something. Lots of ways you could go with it. That's another thing. I don't know. I'm not sure how to set it up, for you guys to give you access to it. Patreon would be an obvious choice because I already have a Patreon page with tiers. And so I could see that fit, definitely. But I also want to, that would be a great idea. I definitely agree with that. But I think it might also be, or I would also like to offer that to people that only want to do it once and not just like for multiple months. So I don't know. That would be awesome. I always enjoy your reactions and your translation videos. Thank you very much, Tiffany. Cheers to you. Longtime viewer and supporter as well. Tiffany, I really, 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 really appreciate that. So this sip's for you from the Megapint. I love that meme so much. Oh, man. Podcast on Spotify. Thank you very much for posting that, Fenris. And of course also Super Flash Crash. Thanks, Rick. Vielen Dank. Hör mal. I had to refresh my YouTube. I had a technical issue. Don't you worry, Mr. Lincoln Jason. I'm gonna be streaming for quite some time still, I live in, was it Flagstaff? Is Flagstaff the correct pronunciation? Flagstaff. Never heard of that town, actually. It's like a bigger town or like a smaller one? Arizona. Meh state, but great iced tea. Okay. I don't know. You pronounce my name correctly. I love it. See, the thing is, in German, we also have people that are named Kira. So you would actually, in Germany, you would pronounce that in a more German way, obviously. So it's Kira. And the main difference, of course, is the R. You know, the German R, which doesn't exist like that in American English, because in American it's R, you know, R. So, okay, slowly but surely catching up. I indeed get the Megapint reference. Awesome. Here you go. Salut, cheers, Prost, or Salud. Megapint, a Megapint. Ah, Johnny Depp reference, I see, yes. I just went back and checked my YouTube watch history, and the oldest Vlog Day video in there is from June 2015. Wow, damn, wow. So yeah, I've been watching reviews for a long time. Wow. Thank you very much for still being around, Dan. It's... yeah, it's I'm gonna say it, it's crazy, but in a good way, you know? It's... wow, yeah, it's just, I can't fathom it, really. Thank you. Thank you so very much. One of the things I like about your channel is that it's small enough that you can have a closer connection with your viewers. I'm thrilled that you remember me after all this time. I do, Dan, I do. And I also appreciate that, yes. You know, sometimes, you know, the bigger channels grow, the more they are or might be on the verge of, you know, losing that connection to viewers. Because there is no way around that, I guess, because when you have like, I don't know, 200K, 300K, 400K, a million subscribers, it's almost impossible to still have that connection to viewers, but I would like to keep that as much as I can, while, of course, not gonna lie, still wanting to, you know, improve the channel in terms of subscribers, of course, and that kind of stuff, while knowing, you know, I'm doing niche content. What I'm doing is niche content. It's not mainstream content. So I'm well aware that it's really hard for me and a channel like mine to gain like thousands of subscribers or millions, if not impossible. But that's not what I care about in the first place. You know, I've said that before. I'll say it again. I have one single YouTube goal, which I would like to reach at some point in time. Maybe, maybe not. It might happen, might not happen. You know, it's just partly up to me. And that goal would be reaching 100,000 subscribers at some point in time. And, you know, having that silver play button. That would be... yeah, that would be... ooh. Thank you very much, Project Anime, for subscribing. Hi, welcome. Don't think you're watching the stream right now because you're a new subscriber, but still, hi. If you do, I really appreciate that. Okay, Arizona tea is made in New York. It's false adverts. Oh, I didn't know that actually. I mean, I know the term Arizona tea. It's false advertising. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I live in Prescott Valley. I heard about Prescott somewhere. And it's Geo Martin that just subscribed. Thank you very much. And hi, Geo. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I can't pronounce that, Fenris. Is it... I don't know how to pronounce that. Slaint? 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 I don't know. You know, my Scotch, or me speaking Scottish is not the best. I'm sorry. And I don't want to butcher the Scottish. Do you have a goal with the channel or a project you would like to realize, but yet don't have enough time or resources to do so? I mean, the one that I just talked about, great question, by the way. The one that I just talked about would be like an all-time goal, like 100K. I wouldn't mind more, of course, but 100K. We're halfway done, literally, less than halfway, because right now I'm like I think at 50K, 300, almost 400. So we're getting there slowly but surely. But it's that would be one, the only one, basically. And the other one would be, just improving the channel in general, to experiment with more or like different video series. And I realize, maybe I should address this, I don't know. I realize that some of you guys watching this right now may enjoy my channel, but you might not be as big of a Rammstein fan as many other viewers of this channel are, which is totally fine, of course. However, since they just released a new album, I'm about to be making, several videos about those songs in the upcoming weeks. Simply because it's still new and people are, interested the most in that right now. So, but what I want to stress here is that even though I love making Rammstein videos, don't get me wrong, I don't want this channel to become a pure Rammstein channel. It has never been and it will never be. And that is what I want to stress. I really appreciate the interest, and I will keep making Rammstein videos every now and then. So I won't stop doing that. Because it's fun for me as well. I love the band, and it's just great. But that is what I want to point out to all those people, those of you who might not be as much of a fan of Rammstein. Don't worry, there will be other videos in the future as well, not just Rammstein content. So that is something that I really wanted to point out. Yeah. But in terms of goals, I mean, in terms of resources, something that I would like to do is have like a meet and greet in America at some point, or like multiple meets and greets at some point, travel the world in general. It's not like a specific goal that's just limited like to this channel, but that is something that I want to do in general in life, because I never had the opportunity to do that before. I couldn't really travel. I've never been outside of Europe, so for instance, and barely outside of Germany. So that is something that I really want to do in the future. And maybe with the help of you guys and with your support through Patreon and all that kind of stuff, I might be able to do that. And of course, I would also vlog and, give my German opinion on things that may be different in other countries and cultures, as opposed to what life is like in Germany, or something like that. Because I'm an extremely curious person. I would love to do that, but we'll see. A keepsake just came to put a celebration emoji in the chat. It's ja, ich bin hier. Just tried to actually read that out in English, but then I realized, no, it's German. Got me there, almost. Ja, ich bin hier. Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much for tuning in and for posting that. That is greatly appreciated. Okay, guys, I really have to be quicker with the chat. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I find that listening to German has really helped. I immersed myself, podcast, YouTube, Netflix shows like Dark, and my compression has skyrocketed. Do you mean compression or compassion? I even started reading Harry Potter in German. That is a very good way to go, I feel, Alexandria, because the more you immerse yourself with the language, in terms of art, shows, movies, books, music, all that kind of stuff, the easier it might be to get a basic and general understanding of the structure and feel of a language, how a language works. I did the same with English, for instance, by making these videos and by being in conversation with you guys, for instance, or with other YouTubers that I've got to know over the years from other parts of the world. And with some I even became good friends. And, by putting myself in that position that I I am pretty much speaking English on a daily basis right now, and that has helped me immensely, and I can only congratulate you on this and on doing that and doing, that approach. Ich mag deinen Kanal sehr. Du bist ein guter Freund. Vielen Dank, Tiffany. Same to you. Exhale 40. Guten Abend from Saxony, Sachsen. Guten Abend nach Sachsen. Freut mich, dass du einschaltest. Hi. Hello, Sunshine 1701 or 1701. Schweden. Sweden. Yeah, that is Sweden in German. Schweden. Yes, Sweden is definitely a country I would like to visit at some point as well. Not just because they have great music coming from there. ABBA, Opeth, Ghost, and other bands, Amon Amarth and Arch Enemy. Many great bands. So, Flagstaff is near the Grand Canyon, and it's mountainous with pine trees. Not the typical Arizona desert that people think about. Flagstaff is high elevation. Wow, 7,000 feet. Wow. 2,134 meters. That's a lot. That's quite high. Wow. I don't even remember when I found you. I remember being in high school and must have found Wuke and you about the same time. Man, how time flies. Yeah, I know you've been around for a long time as well, Chicken Pommes. And I really, really want to thank you for that and for sticking around, and for being interested in what I do. So also thanks to you guys and to everyone who's been around for a long time, but also, of course, to the new viewers on this channel, because, of course, it's great to see people that have been around for a long time, but I am really grateful and humbled, or I feel like that, regarding all viewers, no matter if you're new or if you've been around for like 10 minutes and you've subscribed 10 minutes ago, or if you've subscribed years ago, I don't distinguish that necessarily. So, Comprehension. Wie geht's dir? Mr. Spock, guten Abend, guten Morgen, Vlog Dave. Alles fit im Schritt, bitte auf Deutsch. Es ist interessant, dass du guten Morgen schreibst, denn in Deutschland ist es jetzt gerade Abend. Wo wohnst du eigentlich, Mr. Spock? Das hattest du vielleicht schon mal erzählt. Ist bei dir denn morgen aktuell? Weil in Deutschland ist es jetzt Abend. Und mir geht es sehr, sehr gut. Ich bin sehr, sehr glücklich und dankbar für 50.000 Abonnenten. Also so viele Leute, die diesen Kanal irgendwann mal abonniert haben, das ist wirklich einfach nur krass. Und ich bin sehr glücklich, ich fühle mich sehr geehrt. Und ja, vielen Dank, dass du auch immer dabei bist. Ich freue mich da immer sehr, wenn du im Chat auftauchst, weil das ist so ein bisschen ein Running Gag. Ne, weil du ja immer dieselbe Frage stellst oder dieselbe Aufforderung. Und ich freue mich immer, wenn das kommt. Deswegen, cheers to you. Prost. Speaking about speaking German on stream for a moment. Because Mr. Spock89, he's a recurring viewer. And he asks me, like, in every single stream, he's asking me to say how I'm doing in German. And I really appreciate that. I love that. I am thinking of doing something like the German stream every now and then in the future as well, like a pure German stream. And the twist is, I'm just gonna speak German in those streams. And if possible, the chat is also supposed to be German only. So that you guys, are, or like have a motivation to practice your German writing skills maybe. And, doing that. And it's okay to make mistakes, that's not a bad thing because you're learning, it's only natural to do that. And no one should be ashamed of doing mistakes or making mistakes in that case. So that is something that I might do in the future as well, like the German stream every now and then. If I may suggest something, I think that a good idea would be some writing practice. See, that is, I guess, also relating to what I just said. I mean, writing about a subject, it's something that I have been doing for all languages that I master. How do you mean, Umberto? What do you mean exactly, writing practice? I mean, writing practice would certainly be something that I also said a couple of minutes ago regarding the worksheets that I would like to do in the future and to offer you guys. I just don't know what to charge for that. So, and, it certainly wouldn't be a problem for me to make the worksheets. That's not the problem. I just don't know how to, put that up in a feasible way for both sides yet. But I really, really want to do that. But first of all, I'm going to move into a new flat, and that might actually take some time next month, like in June. So just saying that, there may be 1 or 2 videos less next month, and maybe 1 or 2 live streams more, simply because I might not have the time to work on so many videos, because I'm about to move into a new flat, which I'm really looking forward to. It's a great flat. Once I've moved in there totally, and my new studio will be set up, my office, I'm also gonna be giving a little room tour. I intend to do that so that you can see my flat, and I'm gonna show you around. And it's a great flat. I love it. And it's the first time that I will have like a whole room that I can dedicate to be a studio, just for YouTube. And I really want to have like a proper good studio. So that is something that I really have to put some work into and time. So just saying, I might not be able to deliver you with or provide you with as many videos next month in June. I don't know, but it still fits into what I want to do anyway more, because I intend to have live streams more often in the future, like at least 2 or maybe even 3 per month. One of them being like an AMA, at least one being an AMA live stream like this one, and then maybe 2 album listening parties or something like that, because it's much fun. I hope you dig that as well. There's also gonna be an upcoming album listening party for a Rammstein album, another one. Not gonna say which one yet. I know it already, but yeah, looking forward to that. It's an album that I haven't listened to in a while, and looking forward to that. Gonna let you guys know once that will take place. Actually watching, hi. Oh, that is cool. Thank you very much, Project Anime. And thanks for having subscribed just a few minutes ago. That is greatly appreciated. How did you find my channel, if I may ask? All of you guys, feel free to tell me. When and how did you find my channel? And what do you like about the channel? That is something that I'm really interested in, as a creator, of course. Super Timing, ich habe nämlich gerade deinen Podcast gehört. My Account. Hi, My Account. Vielen Dank, das freut mich sehr. Ich hoffe, dir gefällt mein Podcast. Mir macht sehr viel Spaß, den Podcast aufzunehmen, muss ich sagen. Und ich freue mich, wenn ihr alle das hört. I'm close to 15K listens on the podcast, which is also insane for 68 episodes in, wow. And that number, 15K listens, does not include the listens from YouTube. That is on top. So it's just thank you. I can't say it enough, and it's true every single time. Thank you guys. Klong. Prost. Meine Stadt hat eine. Whoops. I really have to be quicker. I'm sorry, guys. Eine deutsche-polnische Seite. Das ist cool. I don't want to butcher the Scottish. Is hilarious if somewhat incriminating sentence to hear out of context. Yeah, it's true. You're right, man, Riz. Don't take it out of context. No, don't you dare. Who else is Scottish in this chat? And by the way, when I'm mimicking other languages or like dialects and stuff like that, English variants, I'm not doing that to mock anyone, you know. Don't get that wrong. It's just, you know, sometimes it's just fun to do that. And of course, I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. Just so you know. The June 2015 video I watched was when you explained some car terminology. I still remember. Scheibe means window, yes. But it's different from Fenster, yes. It's good to know I actually learned something. See? Achievement unlocked, you know. Did my job. Yeah, that's all I'm here for. Yay for Rammstein! Yes. Me too. Still in Germany. Never been outside the United States, so I understand. Yeah, the world is so big, and I haven't really seen a lot of it. So there's about time that I'm gonna see some of the world. But first of all, I wanna, you know, have everything set up with the flat, and I wanna save some money, and because, you know, I might be in a situation at some point in the future, in the near-ish future, or like not so near-ish future, I don't know, where I might have the option to buy that flat so that it's my property, so to speak. And I thinking about that, I don't know yet, but I think in the long run it would be a good idea to do something like that. But yeah. Wie jung bist du? Das ist schön, dass du so rumfragst. Ich bin so gut wie 31 Jahre alt. Ich habe am 13. Juli Geburtstag. My birthday is on July 13th. Mid-July, that is. And I'm gonna turn 31 on July 13th, for everyone asking or wondering how old I am and when my birthday is. It was supposed to be comprehension rather than compression. That's totally okay. If you ever get to come to the Midwest in the US, it'll be cool to have a meetup. Yeah, certainly. I would love to do that. I second that. Aber for life. Yes. I actually really enjoyed their new album, like their latest album, Voyage. Pretty cool songs on there, I feel. Especially for their age. You know, quite a good energy going on there. I thought a lot about subscribing because I love the German language and I love German bands like Rammstein, Umf. Plus, I'm gonna enter a language school where I'll learn German, so I'm excited to see your videos. A small hi from Czech, or like the Czech Republic, Czechia, Tschechien, that is in German, Tschechien, the Czech Republic. And I really appreciate that. So, yeah, welcome. And I hope you will enjoy my videos. As I've said before, all in all, I think there are over 70 plus Rammstein related videos so far, and over 700, if not even like close to 800 by now, videos on my channel in total. So there's a lot to watch if you want to. Vlog Dave, ich wohne in Südschwarzwald. Never been to the Südschwarzwald or to the Schwarzwald region yet, so I really want to go there as well. Ich mag die Idee. Ich auch. Moin Tiffany. I have to start my work day, but I'll keep the stream on so you get the viewing time. Oh, thank you very much for doing that, Tiffany. That is greatly appreciated. I look forward to rewatching later. Vielen Dank. Once again, Tiffany. Honestly, like I said before, it feels weird to repeat that so often, but I mean it every single time. As I've said before, I really do. I'm really thankful and grateful for you being here and you supporting my work in various ways. And all you guys, of course, you know. It's extremely generous that you decide to spend your time with my videos, my content, my work. So, yeah. Tolle Idee. Ich für meinen Teil würde... Ups. Sorry, scrolling too much. Ich für meinen Teil würde so ein Format auf jeden Fall begrüßen. Ja, jetzt ist das Problem, dass ich nicht mehr weiß, worauf du dich beziehst, weil ich so viel quatsche. Aber es freut mich, auf jeden Fall. Mir geht's gut und dir, Tiffany, was hast du? Hast du vor, auf Twitch zu streamen? I might have like a restream type of thing, which means that I like a double stream. which means I might stream on YouTube and on Twitch simultaneously. But I'm not too sure, you know. Might do that at some point, but yeah, haven't really done that before in terms of the German with Vlogdave channel. So we'll see. If I'm gonna do that or something like that, you know, like a dual stream in the future, I'm gonna let you guys know in like an update news type of video. But I have a Twitch Vlogdave channel. It's simply titled Vlogdave. So if you want to follow me there, just in case, feel free to do that. It's for free, of course. So the listening parties are awesome. Thank you very much. Ich bin sehr beschäftigt. That is alrighty. Also du sprichst immer frei und redest auch deutlich und ja, alles, mir gefällt es. Sehr schön. You announced your new channel on Vuko's livestream. What do you mean, Miss Clarissa? The new channel? I meant something like writing texts, obviously with some limit on the number of words. I think that longer text helps since you have to organize and and what is it? Bind what you want to say. That's not you, you know, that's just my bad eyes. Don't you worry, Umberto. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I found your channel because I heard from a guy on YouTube called Dave Durden TV that he wants to start a new channel with the name Vlogdave in 2015. So. You don't say, Rick. Yeah, I've been friends with Super Flash Crash in the chat, Rick, for almost 10 years now, I think. And he actually knew me before I started this channel because he knew me from my German Let's Play channel that I still have. I'm not really active on that at the moment, but still wanna also, you know, restart having gaming live streams in the future every now and then. So I also have like a German gaming Twitch channel if you're interested in that. Me playing games in German and watching that. It's Dave Durden TV, twitch.tv/Dave Durden TV. You can follow me there for free as well. The YouTube channel is of the same name, where I'm gonna upload the recordings of my streams and the playthroughs, the Let's Plays in my live streams. Magst du den Podcast von Böhmermann und Olli Schulz? Ja, ich höre den jetzt nicht wirklich regelmäßig, weil ich habe die Zeit aktuell nicht so wirklich, aber ja, also ich mag die beiden auf jeden Fall. Hi Dave, I found your channel via Vuko Get Germanized. Jim the Engineer, you've been around here for a long time. In fact, I might be wrong about this, but I think, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, Jim, but first of all, you're from Australia, right? Secondly, I think you actually tuned into my very first live stream that I did as Vlogdave in 2015. I think you were one of the first viewers of the stream. And I think that's you. So, and I'm, you know, it's cool that so many old viewers, not in terms of your age, but, you know, in terms of having been around here, that you guys tune into this. It's really cool. Congrats on 50k subscribers. Thank you very much for saying that. And yeah, congrats to you guys as well because you made this possible. Cheerio, Miss Sophie. Drinking from my delicious big red wine in my mega pint. I found this channel when I was looking for the explanation of all the references in the Rammstein Deutschland video and was really impressed with your work. Thank you very much, Eric. That is something that I also keep thinking about, like sometimes when I do these kinds of videos, especially like I think the Deutschland one. I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I really try to make sure that the balancing is right in terms of, you know, me giving many helpful and interesting information, you know, much information to you guys, but not giving, like, not including too much that it's overboarding, you know, that it's like overwhelming for you to watch. Because sometimes I feel like hopefully I'm not overwhelming you with like information here and there and here's a word and there's a word and stuff like that. And but I want to be as informative as I can without being too like over the top with that. And that balance is difficult sometimes to find that, but I hope that I'm doing quite well with that. But I rather want to be a little bit too informative than to be less, like too little informative, you know, and including too little information. Ich bin 42 und ein alter Knacker. Ja, aber ab 30 fängt es auch an, ne? Was will ich machen? Man merkt es halt irgendwann. I think I found the channel when I was looking for German language music channels, podcasts. There was a Biffy Clyro gig review. Wow, okay, that was a long time ago. But did I actually upload that on this channel though? I can't remember. I might have, yeah. I'm a big music nerd, so am I, as you know. And it's always good to combine your other interests with your language learning. I agree. I strongly agree. And that is a cool thing about language learning in general, not just like regarding the German language and culture. There are so many ways to do this. There's something for everyone, you know, whether you're interested in music or books or movies or series or everything, you know, it's just, there are so many different ways to do it, and there's not a wrong or a right way, you know, there are just many different ways and different approaches. Because some people learn better with music, some people learn better with like written texts, you know. All of that is legit. Yo. Y'all. Mr. Lincoln Jason. Oh, by the way, that's an interesting question that I have for you Americans out there. I like watching a certain American YouTuber from time to time who's doing music reactions, and he actually says y'all very often, like you all, in a slang colloquial way, y'all. That's a cool song, y'all, something like that, right? And I love when he does that. And I wonder if saying y'all something that is limited or more common in certain American states? Or is that something that you will hear across all of the USA? I wonder. Feel free to tell me, because I would like to know. Dave, what would you say a common German name would be? That's a good question, Mr. Lincoln Jason. A common German name. I mean, you can distinguish between older, outdated German names. You know, for instance, my grandpa is called Günther. That's his name. And Günther was a really common boy's name in like, I don't know, the 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe even up to the 50s. But later, like, I think from the 60s onwards, it was pretty much like not used that often anymore. Same with my grandma's name. She's called Gisela. Gisela is pretty much the same as Günther, you know, in terms of when that was popular in Germany. And it's interesting when Americans, and I don't mean that in a negative way, don't get me wrong, but I just want to state that because it's interesting from my German perspective. When Americans are fascinated by German names like Heinz, Klaus, Otto, something like that, you know, I always, and I guess many Germans actually look at that and react to that with a certain smile, you know, a certain funny undertone, because those names, even though they might be popular because of anime and whatnot, in America, all of those names, pretty much all of those examples that I've just mentioned, are outdated in Germany. Like, they have been outdated for many decades. So nowadays, you wouldn't call a boy Dieter, for instance, or Heinz. You just wouldn't do that in Germany. It's an outdated boy's name, and it's been outdated for many years. So nothing wrong, of course, with that, but it's highly uncommon. Just on a side note. But yeah, I think a name that is really popular in German in terms of like a girl's name is Emma at the moment, Emma. And in terms of like a boy's name, it's names like Finn, 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 and I think Paul as well. Paul is pretty much like an evergreen name, I feel. Doesn't get old. P-A-U-L, Paul. Ja. So, apropos aber, eine schwedische Sängerin namens Sarah Larsen hat erst gestern ein Cover von Lay All Your Love on Me auf Spotify rausgebracht. Ich kann ihr nur wärmstens empfehlen. Ah, okay. Danke für den Tipp. I found your channel when I was learning German 3 years ago. I was looking for some content about the language and the culture. 3 years ago, wow. That's also a long time, Umberto. Wow. Thank you very much. Dave, you asked us how we found your channel, and I found it because you announced it on Vuko's live stream when it was. Ah, that is what you meant. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Sorry, Miss Clarissa. Of course, yeah. Did I announce that on Vuko's stream? Did I? Wow. Didn't remember that. Yeah, I was, I got to know Get Germanized in late March of 2015. And that was like pretty much closely before he reached 100K subscribers. And we got to know each other through, like, I messaged him on Facebook, and then we stayed in contact and we became friends, sort of. And we wrote back and forth, but, it was just like online stuff, at first. And then, out of nowhere, he invited me to come visit him at his place, at his house, and to be a guest in his 100,000 subscribers live stream. And I was blown away. I didn't see that coming at all. So I was pleasantly shocked. And the rest is history, We've been very good friends ever since, and yeah, he's just an overall great human being and person and guy, and I like him a lot. He's been also, that's also part of the truth, I certainly wouldn't be here without him and his channel and him helping me out here and there, and collaborations we've done on his channel and a few on my channel as well over the years. And, he has supported me a whole lot as well. So I certainly wouldn't be here at like 50K without Vuko and his channel. It's just like that, I have to be honest, and I want to be honest because I'm extremely grateful for that. And I told him many times. And, yeah. It's This one's for Vuko. The sip. I had to stop studying German due to an exchange to France, but I kept watching your videos. They have a really good vibe and content. Thank you very much. Yep. In terms of, my philosophy when it comes to my content, I have a few role models, it sounds strange to say that, but a few people that I looked up to, and I still do, and I really enjoy their content. One of them is an American streamer called Co-Carnage. I really love watching his streams and his YouTube videos because he and his community is all about good vibes, There are many people tuning into his streams that really say, I've never seen a more positive and friendly and likable Twitch chat in terms of being a big streamer, because he is a big streamer. And he definitely makes sure, he and his mod team, he definitely makes sure that it stays like that. And I am really, I just love that approach, and I'm feeling the same, I'm a positive person per se, I'm usually always positive in terms of, being happy, lucky. Of course, I'm also having bad times every now and then, everyone has, but I'm usually a happy person. Yeah, I can't complain, I'm living a good life overall, with ups and downs, of course, but that's normal. So he is definitely like a role model in terms of, that philosophy and that approach. So this is to Coke Carnage. Don't know each other, but he's cool. I think I would get along with him quite well. And thank you very much for posting the link, Rick. Actually, I'm from the USA. East Coast, not far from Washington DC. But didn't you live in Australia at some point? Or I'm confusing something. Then I'm really sorry, Jim. But I think you're still a long time viewer, I think. I'm definitely sure about that. Y'all is very southern. Okay. It's mostly in our southern states. I don't know where he is actually from. By the way, I'm talking about Doug Helvering, the Daily Doug. He is an American, I think, classical church composer, and he is making or recording different music reactions on YouTube. Great guy, really likable, and he is really explanatory in terms of the musical ingredients of songs and musical pieces. The chord changes and all that kind of stuff. I actually understand half of what he's saying, but I really appreciate what he does. And yeah, he's also a good guy. And he keeps saying y'all very often. So I was wondering, is that an overall American thing, or is that more common in certain states and regions? So thanks for clarifying, Miss Clarissa. I could see myself saying y'all in some contexts. Y'all is a pretty regional word, but I think it's an appropriate word to use anywhere that helps fill a lexical gap. People will understand you. Okay. Because sometimes it's interesting because certain words or pronunciations of words might give away where you're from. And not in a bad way, just explaining that or describing that. And I'm also that is something that I'm really interested in. It's very regional. Y'all is common throughout the USA. Nails it then. Folks. So y'all is pretty much the same as saying folks, right? Yeah. But I think folks is more common in terms of all of the USA, right? My colleagues in Germany mostly have names Florian, David, Ricardo. Not common German names, I think. Something that I'm also interested in. Out of curiosity. If you didn't know I'm German, would you be able to tell that I am German by me speaking English the way I do? I mean, you would certainly be able to tell that I'm not a native speaker, but would you be able to tell that I'm from Germany necessarily? That is what I would like to know. That is what I'm really interested in. Party time! Cameron Makowski, hi, and Leon Chavez, or Leon, and Sergey, what is it? Babanov. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I really appreciate that. Hi. Cheerio. I appreciate that German has a plural you, the word euch. Yes. We just make up stuff. The term you guys is used even when addressing a group of girls. See, that's also interesting. And I think the same is true for saying dude. Yo dude, or even yo bro. People might say, or at least I feel like that. I might be wrong, feel free to correct me. But I feel like people say bro and dude even for girls. It's just a common term by now. But I don't know. Not too sure. And every time I'm saying the word dude, I immediately have to think about the Big Lebowski. The dude with his carpet. Not the carpet. Nichts auf den Teppich. Der Teppich hat das Wohnzimmer erst so wohnlich gemacht. Love it. Great movie. 50 people show us their states. Accents is a great, small, funny of the many accents and dialects across the US. Yeah. By the way, sorry once again, guys. I really have to catch up with you guys. I try to get to every single comment, so don't you worry. Might take a while, a certain little moment for me because I'm old and slow. But I really appreciate all of that, so please be patient with me. Yay for Vuko. Yes. Hooray and yay for Vuko. Definitely. You know, I also got to know many great people through Vuko. Many really interesting, creative people, YouTubers also. And I couldn't be happier. I'm extremely happy for the life that I'm living in terms of, you know, this YouTube channel and everything. So at the moment, it's great, you know. The German people that I met were called Hannah and Benedict. Are the names common in Germany? Yes, they are very common. And they are very, like, fashionable, I'd say, like modern. So Hannah and Benedict, yeah, certainly. Yay for Vuko. Once again, yes, already read that, but I can't stress that enough. Hi, I just subscribed today. Wow. Hi, Kai. What is it? Siversen? Something like that? I hope I didn't butcher your name. If I did, I'm really sorry. But hi Kai, and thanks. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the fam. And how did you find my channel, if I may ask? Because I'm always curious to find that out. How did you come across my channel? And I hope you're gonna enjoy my videos and past and present, of course, because as I said before, there are over 700 videos that I've done over the years, and over 70 plus Rammstein-related videos, for instance, if you're into that. So, the great level in both quality and quantity of your explanations are, in my honest opinion, the main reason of the value of your channel. Thank you very much. I actually agree. Yeah. I mean, you know, if I can actually say that myself as the creator, maybe it's more appropriate for other people to say and evaluate that stuff, because, you know, I'm biased, of course, but I really care a lot about quality videos in terms of edutainment, you know, giving information. And yeah. If you play instruments, what are your favorite instruments to play? I've been playing a little bit of guitar for like a couple of weeks at some point in time, a couple of years ago, but I stopped. And but I would like to go or to get back to playing guitar in the future. And I also sung in a band at some point. But that was when I was studying German studies at university near Paderborn in Germany, with friends, with you know, fellow students that I was friends with. But then out of time issues, you know, because we didn't have enough time to practice regularly and pretty much weekly, we actually stopped the band and disbanded, basically. So, but yeah, that is like those are two things that I really enjoy doing, and I would love to do more, especially like playing guitar. But I also really enjoy playing drums, to be honest. I haven't really played drums properly. Like, I've played a little bit of drums when we had band practice back in the day, because when I was there first in the practice room and our drummer wasn't there yet, I would sit behind the drum kit and just like play along for fun, you know, some stuff and trying out that stuff. But it's pretty tough when you don't have the coordination going on with, you know, between the hands and the feet and all that kind of stuff, left and right. So yeah, it was pretty tough. But you know, when I listen to music at home, I often actually play along to songs and doing like air drumming. I love doing that, or playing like air guitar. So yeah. Hey man, keep up the good work. Lots of love from South Africa, man. Wow. That is cool. Akira Skippy, hi. And greetings to South Africa. I would love to go to South Africa. I don't know if you know that. Maybe some of you who are Nightwish fans might have heard about that at least. The Nightwish singer Floor Jansen, she's Dutch, living in Sweden and playing in a Finnish band called Nightwish. She actually took part in the German TV show Sing meinen Song, das Tauschkonzert, Sing My Song, the Exchange Concert, translated literally, which is pretty much like a pretty cool concept, because it's not a contest. It's just about like, I think, 6 musicians. And each week it's the week of one musician, and the other musicians have to interpret that one musician's songs in their own style, make it their own songs, you know? And that is so cool. That's a really cool concept. Once again, it's not a competition. So it's like just chill and relaxing and really interesting, and people supporting each other. And she took part in the German version of that show, Fleur Jansen of Nightwish. She actually started learning German and practicing German a whole lot for that show, because it is in German, of course. It's running on German TV. And next week is her week. The episode is airing on Tuesday. I think, sadly, it's only available in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, as far as I'm concerned. But you can listen to her songs, and her singing in German on her YouTube channel, Fleur Jansen, and on Spotify, you know, not sponsored, but I just love her as a singer and as an artist. So also about to see Nightwish live this year with her. I'm really looking forward to that. And she did a great job at learning and speaking German. Of course, she made mistakes here and there, but that's all right, you know. She tried, and she actually was pretty fluent. I mean, it probably wasn't as difficult for her, you know, because she's Dutch, and, you know, Dutch and German are pretty much quite common and, you know, similar. And also Swedish, I think Swedish and German are pretty similar in parts. So, because she also speaks that, I think she speaks 5 languages, if I'm not mistaken, which is wow. So, and I actually came up with that right now because they recorded a Sing Mein Song in South Africa. That is why I actually talked about that. And it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. We moved to Lynchburg. I guess it's in English. In German, that would be Lynchburg, translated in German, or like pronounced in German. What is VA again? Virginia? No. VA? I'm sorry, I'm German. Sometimes I confuse those abbreviations. In the South, and couldn't stop giggling at first when people said y'all. But then we started saying it, and when we moved to CA is California. Yeah. The tables turned. And by the way, Christian, as we might say in German, Christian, thanks for tuning in. You've been around for a long time on this channel as well, and I really appreciate that. So this sip is for you. Cheers. I would be able to tell you're German by your accent, but I have German relatives, so the accent sticks out fondly to me. We say, Alter, Dudorino, yeah. You look Mediterranean. Yeah, a lot of people keep saying that, actually, and I don't take that as an insult, so don't you worry, because why should I? You know, different people are different, and that's okay. Difference is not a bad or negative thing. It's just different, in my book. And quite the opposite. I'm interested in different cultures, you know, and different countries, different people with different backgrounds, you know, ethnicities and all that stuff. I'm really interested in that. But as far as I know, you know, all I know is that from my father's side I have French ancestry. But that's about it. Like, I don't think I might be wrong. There might be more to it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I think my mom's side is like German, as far as I know. I mean, you know, the further you go back in time, the more you will see, you know, influences from other parts of the world, of course. But you know, talking about the last like maybe 8 to 10 generations, so. I always thought about actually like having like a DNA test being made, because, you know, there are some opportunities to do that and to find out where you're from, or like where, you know, DNA wise your origins lie. And I'm still interested in that, but I'm a little bit concerned about the data that they receive from me, because I don't want to, give my data away like that, like my DNA necessarily. So I don't know. But I would be able to guess that you are from Germania Magna region. Little Deutschland Rammstein reference there, maybe. Love that Big Lebowski quote. Yes, I do too. Der Dude. Du betrittst die Welt des Schmerzes. Muss ich mal wieder gucken, den Film. No dark eyes and your English is quite good. You are German in disguise. Yeah, you could say that. English is my native language too, by the way. See, I couldn't tell. This is what happens when you... Meep. A stranger in the... Meep. Okay. You're not old and you're not slow. You go as fast as you can. That actually began like a rhyme. I was expecting like a rhyme. You're not old and you're not slow. You go as fast as you can go. Something like that. Durch deine Rammstein-Videos. I see. Cool. I thought uni in Germany was free. No. Nope. There's a semester fee that students have to pay. It's usually, I think when I was studying back in the day, I think it was up to like 300 euros each 6 months. Like twice a year you had to pay like 600 euros as semester fees. But that doesn't include, of course, you having money to pay the rent and stuff like that. Some people have, how should I put it? Parents that may be able to support their children financially, and they don't have to worry like that. But there are many people studying in Germany where the parents can't provide that. For that, we have BAföG, for instance, as an option, which means it's pretty much like a fee or like an amount of money that the state provides for people that don't have that much money themselves. So it has become better, in recent years and like the last 2 or 3 decades in terms of that. And, it's nowhere near as high as, for instance, in the US, I think, where it's like 100K for studying or like 200K as far as I've heard. I might be wrong. But it's not for free in Germany, no. That rug really pulled the room together, dude. Dude. Any pens, you guys or dudes? If you knew the ladies really well, then totally. If they're in the same age group, yes. Okay, I see. You didn't butcher my last name too bad. It's Scandinavian, so try pronouncing it in German. Sieversen. Maybe. Do you know Creator, the band? Only the name. I haven't really listened to their stuff yet. I think I actually listened to 1 or 2 of their songs, or like I listened into them a couple of years ago, but I wasn't really too much of a fan of that because I'm a big sucker for melodic music. And I won't say they are like, non-melodic, but I'm a sucker for, I don't have anything against harsh vocals in terms of, growling or shouting or screaming. Don't mind that. But when it's done, it has to sound great. And I much prefer like a mixture of clean vocals and, growling or shouting or something like that, like a mixture. If it's only growling, for instance, I'm not really that interested. There are a few exceptions. For instance, Amon Amarth, Swedish death metal band, quite melodic. I do like them. Seen them live at Rock am Ring, I think 2018 or 2019, and they delivered a great, powerful show. So, and another example, or like an exception would be Arch Enemy. Yeah, But maybe I just need to listen to them once again. Mad Games Inc., by the way. Hi, thanks for tuning in. But I wouldn't say you guys to a table full of aunties. Yeah, I wouldn't either, you know. That's another interesting thing that I keep wondering about. Saying either and either, you know, is... I always say either, and I have heard both versions. Is like one more common in certain parts of the USA and the other one more common in other parts? And how is it with neither and neither, you know? Because there I think it's quite the opposite. I think I've heard more people saying neither compared to neither. But I keep saying, I think I'm gonna keep saying either and neither because, you know, it just sounds better to my ears. But I don't know. And if the band breaks up many years too soon. I have been watching your videos for a long time, but haven't subscribed until today. Not sure why I waited so long. You're finally here, though, so that is greatly appreciated. Don't you worry about that at all, Kai. I'm never saying bro. That is definitely not going to happen. Do it a bit too much, but that's because I grew up in California. If you ever want to help with getting back into guitar, let me know. I cannot help you with the drums, though. That is fine. That is totally fine. And thank you for the offer, Fenris. We'll see. I mean, you know, at first I have to get everything set up in terms of my upcoming studio in the new flat that I'm about to move in 2 or 3 weeks from now. So, but maybe in time, like in the future. And also, I think I actually talked about that before at some point. I have written a book, like a novel. A couple of years ago, I actually finished it a couple of years ago. But I started the post-production, you know, reading everything through and through, and then, you know, maybe changing stuff here and there, adjusting things. But out of time restraints, I actually stopped that at some point, and I think that was actually before I started this channel in 2015 even. And I really want to get that book out there at some point in time. And I'm also working on another project that is related to the book, which will also take some time. So I really want to get that out there soon-ish. You know, not within the next 2 or 3 weeks or so, but maybe this year. So we'll see. There's so much things, like so many things I want to do. What is your region's beer of choice? Actually, I'm living in the Sauerland region, which is in Western Germany, in North Rhine-Westphalia. And the Sauerland and my region is blessed with 2 extremely popular German beer brands that are popular in all of Germany. And maybe even in other parts of Europe. I don't know. The first one being Veltins. Veltins is pretty much very close to where I live right here. Like a few, like, I don't know how many kilometers the brewery is away. What's even closer than that one, I think, is Warsteiner. The Warsteiner Brauerei, the Warsteiner Brewery. Because that is quite close where I live. Not exactly in the town where I live, like, still, like, I think few, like, might it be, like, 60, 70 kilometers away, maybe? Something like that. But it's still very close. And, yeah, so I think I'm not the biggest beer drinking guy. I rather drink, you know, whiskey cola, for instance. Or something like gin tonic or red wine out of a mega pint. But I also do like some beer, but especially mixed beer, which is pretty common in Germany as well. Which means beer flavored with Coca-Cola, beer flavored with lemon juice, for instance. I love that stuff. And I'm a bigger fan of those beers as opposed to pure beer, I have to say. So yeah. Wer ist dein Lieblingsschlagzeuger? Who's your favorite drummer? Carl Creighton is asking. I think I would say there are many great drummers out there that I really, really appreciate a whole lot for their art and their technicality and everything. From the top of my head, I would say it's pretty much. I think I could come up with 5. In no particular order, but the first one that comes to mind would be Gavin Harrison. Gavin Harrison is the drummer for the progressive rock band Porcupine Tree. They are about to release a new album next month. I'm really looking forward to that. Also going to see them live in September, or was it November? I don't know. Really looking forward to that. One of my favorite bands of all time. He's also been playing with King Crimson and with the Pineapple Thief. He's a really, really good drummer. The other one, or like another one, would be Neil Peart from Rush. Sadly passed away, I think, 2.5 years ago by now. And I was really sad about that. Actually made a podcast episode about Rush because I love Rush. He was great. And he was also the lyricist of the band, which many people, I think, sometimes forget when they talk about Rush. He not just was like a really technical but joyfully playing drummer, but he also was a great lyricist on top. Another one that I could mention is Mike Portnoy, formerly of Dream Theater and Transatlantic, and he's been playing with like 1,000 bands, like Flying Colors and what else? Sons of Apollo, I think, is one. He's really busy. Like, he probably is the most busy drummer I've ever seen. He's like really playing like in 100 bands or so. It's crazy. But he's great as well. I mean, of course, Dave Grohl and the late Taylor Hawkins, of course, rest in peace. He's been gone for like 2 months now, and I was really, really devastated by that news. Also made a podcast episode about the Foos, because they're one of my favorite bands, and I was really, and I still really am very sad about that. Yeah. Kai Hato from Nightwish is also very good, I think. And I think that's pretty much. I mean, there are many more, but that's Danny Carey, Tool, of course. Wanted to mention him, but I almost forgot. Actually saw Tool live last week. I think was it last week? I think it was last week. Yes, last week's Tuesday I saw them live in Cologne, together with Super Flash Crash, who's here in the chat as well, and with another mutual friend of ours, Der Rock Shop, which was a great show. Definitely. And, Danny Curry is magic as well. I started listening to Nightwish this week. I'm absolutely in love with the band. They are great. I actually became a fan in 2004 when they released Nemo and Wish I Had an Angel. I think that's when most people found them actually worldwide, because that was their breakthrough album worldwide once. The album that came out in 2004. Great album. And I just love Floor Jansen being the singer in the band. If you really want to be blown away by Nightwish and Floor Jansen as a singer and what she is able to do yourself a favor and go watch Ghost Love Score, Wacken 2013 by Nightwish, that live performance. Ghost Love Score. It's pretty much the most reacted to music video in history on YouTube, I think. Like, so many people have reacted to that, and for a good reason. Live at Wacken 2013. That says it all. Nicholas, hi Nicholas. Hello from Montreal, Canada. Congratulations on the growing community. Like Core Carnage, you definitely have the same positivity and good vibes attitude that makes everybody want to be your friend. Oh wow. Thank you very much for saying that, Nicholas. And that's also so cool. By the way, didn't plan that, but That's the coalition shirt, like a Co-Carnage shirt actually that I'm wearing today. I also have like a mug, Co-Carnage mug, and it's great to see that other people at least know of him, because you know he's just great. I just finished watching his first Elden Ring run, his first Elden Ring playthrough, and loved it. Not just like the game, but also his commentary, because he really is fair when it comes to like rating games and giving his honest opinion. He doesn't shy away from being honest and also, you know, critical. Especially, and that is something that I really appreciate in him, is that even when he's sponsored to do a live stream of a certain game, he still gives fair criticism and also negative criticism when it's necessary. So he doesn't shy away from that, which I really dig because it's really authentic and yeah, it's just awesome. He's a great guy. I would love for him to come to Germany at some point so I can actually go there and say hi to Ko. That would be cool. If you can understand German and Scotch English, I found that you can understand a surprising amount of Swedish. Interesting, okay. Virginia. See. Thanks for telling me, Christian. Welcome to Virginia. I don't know if you have already said in a previous video or if you are comfortable with this kind of questions, but what do you work with except YouTube, which I don't think is what your is your main job? No, YouTube isn't my main job. It's pretty much a second job that I have, luckily, because it's honestly, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm making money with this channel. Yes, I do. And it's, I don't know how you feel about that stuff, but I feel it's one of the biggest accomplishments one can have, to be able to live at least partially off of something you love to do. In this case, this is what I love to do. YouTube, you know, it's this channel, even though, once again, I'm well aware it's niche content, it's not for everyone, and that's totally okay. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity that I have to do this, because I know there are millions of other YouTubers out there that don't earn a penny with YouTube and would like to. And yeah, that, you know, I always have that in the back of my mind, and I always think about that, you know, whenever I feel like, wow, it's tipping or, you know, Patreon support or whatever. It's beyond fathomable to me in a good way, you know, because I'm extremely grateful for everything, all the opportunities that I've had throughout the years, and yeah. But my second job, or like my main job, so to speak, is being a social media manager at a local company, a publisher, and yeah, that is pretty much what I'm doing there. Pretty much, you know, hosting the social media channels for them or for us, you know, because I'm part of the company, of course, but and posting articles about companies in our region and that kind of stuff. We also have a lifestyle magazine that we publish every now and then, so it's much fun. Great colleagues, and I couldn't complain, you know. It's great. Oh man, you just made my whole week. Cheers to you too. What? Eric! Wow, thank you very much. Cheers to you, Eric. Way to go. Keep the great job that you do in this channel. Hope you reach all your goals. Thank you very much for saying that, Eric. That means a lot. And that's very kind of you to say. And of course, very generous as a tip. So thank you very much for being a supporter on this channel, of my work. And yeah, thank you extremely much from the bottom of my German heart. Wow. So, what's happening right now? What is going on here, guys? Congrats on 50K Wishing you more and all the best. Wow. Thanks. I hope I'm not gonna butcher your name. Arun Shekhar. Is that correct? I hope it is. Thank you very much, Arun. That is also extremely generous. You know, so thanks for watching and for enjoying my content and for that support. Yeah. To you guys, to you too. This one's for you. It's okay to pour in, you know, some more red wine into my mega pint. To cope with this. What the? Honestly, what? Ah. Wow. Wow. If you know Tool, the band Tool, and their song The Grudge, there's a scream, like, which is like, I think 22 seconds long, by Maynard James Keenan. Please imagine this right now, playing in my head, because my mind is blown. What in the actual Lord's name has just happened? It ah. Wow. What is going on, guys? I think I actually see that right? Yes, I did. Wow. Thank you very much, Hans Zimmer. Great username, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit. Oh. Okay, for the record. Asperger. Once again, one does not simply F with my mind like that. You know. Uh, I'm gonna try to just, I think I'm just gonna go continue with reading your chat messages, if that is all right for the moment. Okay, so Exhale says, in Amerika gibt es sogar ein Berlin-Hamburg-Stuttgart. Ja, das habe ich auch schon gehört, genau. Das ist ziemlich cool. Es gibt ja in Deutschland gibt es ja auch ein Amerika zum Beispiel. Ist auch sehr interessant. I haven't been back to Virginia in years. Was an experience, though. May I suggest a translation of Eisbrecher verrückt? Yes, I might do that. Actually made one previous Eisbrecher translation before for the song Was ist hier los? Which was also much fun. Honestly. Wow. Sorry, the chat actually jumped. Where was I? I'm sorry, I'm really behind again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not doing that on purpose. It's just me being slow. My best friend lived in Lynchburg before she moved to Australia. Oh, I see. I see the French. I went to Holy Cross School. That actually, thanks for putting a catchy tune in my head without probably knowing, because now I will listen to the Ghost song Mary on a Cross for the reminder of this day. On and on and on. Love the song. Love the band. Vlogdave M, half German and ancestry in French. Hugenotten. Maybe we are long lost relatives. Maybe. I actually would have to ask my dad where the French ancestors come from exactly. I think from... I might be wrong though. Was it like southern France close to the border of Spain? Might be wrong though. I think he told me at some point, but the Dave, being the Dave I am, the old sack, I forgot. Bafög. Miss Clarissa, Australia would be a dream, but impossible to move there. Was easier. Here we go. Friend is so lucky. Hannah, Florian, Benedict, David, Ricardo are quite common names in Germany. Yes, I agree. It's beautiful there. I have been to Sydney and Brisbane. Oh yeah, I would also like to go to Australia at some point, definitely. Almost perfect pronunciation. You should be proud. Not a lot of non-Scandinavians can nail it that good. Wow. Thank you very much for saying that, Kai. Kai, by the way, is also a very common name in Germany. Rock am Ring is nächste Woche, by the way. I know. Sorry. I had tickets, but I sold them. And Vuko did the same, because this year it's just not like really possible for us to go there for various reasons. And so, yeah. But maybe I'm going to be back next year. Who knows? Because I was there in 2018 and 2019 at Rock am Ring, which is pretty much the biggest German rock music festival we have, or the most prestigious one at least, next to like the Hurricane Festival or Wacken, of course, even though Wacken is more, how should I put it, more focused on like metal in comparison, even though Rock am Ring also has a fair share of metal bands performing there each year. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, but I'm still overwhelmed by what just happened a few minutes ago in Super Chat. I mean, to some degree, by now, I am used to, Asperger. In that sense, that they are so otherworldly generous, to put it mildly. But wow. Just wow. It's wow. Okay, want to continue here. That is so awesome. Just visiting there would be a dream come true. I hope to make it there someday. The stereotypical German accent that Americans know from TV and old movies isn't even close to reality, so it's hard for Americans to detect a true German accent when they hear it. Yeah, I imagine that. Whoops, bucket list. What am I doing here? I'm actually moving around my red wine and spilling it. That's not what I want to do. Much rather want to drink it. In honor of you guys, every single one of you, for being here. Okay, I really have to keep up with you guys. I have to run. Vlog Dave, you always cheer me up. I'm gonna win the lottery someday and you will be the first person I stoke out. Wow. Take all. You are the best. Wow. Christian, wow. Thank you very much for saying that. And once again for your support and your interest in my videos in the first place, because all of that is something you can't take for granted, and you can believe me from the bottom of my German heart, I have never ever and I will never ever take this for granted. Anything of this. I won't. I simply won't. Way to go, Dave. I'm raising a glass to you. Bob! Hi, Bob! Fuck nozzle. I just love that name. Cheers to you, Bob. And to every single one of you guys. You know. Including Asperger. Of course. Wow. You guys. Radeberger. Radeberger ist also ist auch very lecker. Sehr lecker. Krombacher, Bitburger schmecken mir auch, ja. Spaten kenne ich jetzt nicht. Schöne Grüße aus Buenos Aires. From David, I think it is. Yes. Hi, David. Cheers to Buenos Aires. Never been there, but surely would like to go there at some point as well. I want to see the world. At some point, I really want to do. But first of all, I have to pay back, you know, like the student fee and another credit that I probably will take in the future if I'm going to decide to actually buy that flat that I'm about to move into at some point. Because I think it's going to be a wise decision in the long run to do that. But we'll see. Out of all the music groups, artists you have heard of and listened to, who is your favorite artist group? You're asking very good questions, Mr. Lincoln Jason, but those are pretty hard to answer because I listen to like a varied taste of music, varied genres. I usually listen to much rock and metal, but I also like to listen to electronica. I also like to listen to soundtracks, you know, modern classical music, that is basically. I also like to listen to some I especially like to listen to some, you know, folk, for instance, stuff like that. Lorena McKennitt, for instance, is awesome. Love her music. The Mummer's Dance is one of my favorite songs of hers and of that genre. Jethro Tull, you know, people that bridge between genres and somehow have achieved to build a bridge between those things. Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson, awesome. Tool, Porcupine Tree, Opeth. Like I really love progressive rock and art rock, progressive metal. But I also like something like Killswitch Engage, for instance, or even mainstream bands, you know. I don't have anything against mainstream artists. I really like The Weeknd, for instance. Blinding Lights, I think, is one of the best synthwave modern songs of the past years, easily. Coldplay, yep, Rammstein, Linkin Park, Alter Bridge, Nightwish, Evanescence, dropping many names here, but you know, Ghost, Definitely Tool. Did I mention Tool? Pussifer, A Perfect Circle, the other Maynard James Keenan projects that he has going on. Depeche Mode. Let's see, what else do I have here? Because I have lots of playlists on Spotify for my favorite artists and more. Blink 182, Disturbed, Icebreaker, Pantera, Peter Gabriel, Queen, of course, Soundgarden, Tori Amos. What else do I have here? Alice in Chains, Biffy Clyro, Billy Talent, Die Ärzte, Dire Straits, Farin Urlaub, the Farin Urlaub Racing Team, Five Finger Death Punch, Fleetwood Mac, love them. Dreams is one of my favorite songs by them. Florence and the Machine, just had a German, or like an album listening party a couple of days ago on my channel here. Foo Fighters, one of my favorites. Fury in the Slaughterhouse, great German alternative rock band. Fury in the Slaughterhouse are pretty much the German equivalent of REM, I feel, in a good way, because I love REM as well. In Extremo, another German medieval folk metal band. Joni Mitchell, Kraftwerk, Muse, Nine Inch Nails, Oasis, love them. Radiohead, Red Hot Chili Peppers, REM, Riverside. Riverside is a band from Poland. They play really emotional prog rock in a way, but they are like a secret recommendation because they are not that much like within the progressive rock scene. They are pretty much known by now, but Riverside, great band from Poland. Highly recommend them. Rush, Scorpions, Stephen Wilson solo, also with Porcupine Tree, Stone Temple Pilots, Subway to Sally, The Police, Tom Petty, love me some Tom Petty, Toto, Within Temptation, and many more. Hans Zimmer, when it comes to soundtracks, and James Newton Howard, Howard Shore, John Williams, the classics. So could go on for hours. Is it considered a blasphemy to drink Belgian beer in Germany? No. We're pretty much open-minded with beer, I think. Hi from Portugal, says Rita Serra. Hi, Rita. And cheers to Portugal. In German, that is Portugal, by the way. Portugal. And, yeah, Eric, way to go. Keep the great job. Oh, I think I actually read that. For a moment, I thought you said it's niche content. No, niche, also Nischen-Content. And there, Asperger, congrats, Dave. You always stream when I'm working. I'm so sorry. I really want to, okay, maybe, next time, like in the future, I might be, I might try to stream on Sundays if that, maybe that works better. But nonetheless, I mean, wow. Yes. You know the band Heldmaschine, only the name. By the way, if you're interested in, or if you're in, or how should I put it? If you know the current metal scene, with like current bands, playing on at Wacken, for instance, and that stuff like that, you might have come across the band Orden Ogen. And in fact, they are from my town. They are from Arnsberg. And they have played at Wacken. They have become quite successful. And maybe at some point I might be able to like interview them and have them on my podcast or something like that. Would be cool. Whoop whoop. Miete ist drin, let's go. Was? Prost. A mega pint is very appropriate here. A mega pint. Currently catching up on the trial because I've seen pretty much all of it until now. Like, I'm at day 17. I'm talking about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. Not want to go into detail there, but catching up on that, and it's interesting. It's very interesting, especially from a German point of view, because I don't know if you knew that, but in Germany, we don't have a jury. There is no jury system in Germany. It's pretty much the judge deciding. So, it's interesting. That's over a week's pay for me, ja. Wie soll man denn da angemessen Danke sagen? Das frage ich mich auch. Winterlinde. Hi, übrigens. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten. Das Problem habe ich auch, ja. Ich weiß es auch nicht. Das ist so. Wie soll ich sagen? Klar sage ich Danke und so, aber ich fühle mich dann immer so, also als wenn das nicht genug wäre. So, ne? Also Danke sagen ist, das ist, ja. Jimmy Barnes screaming in Sky Meme. Don't know that one, I don't think. Mein Gott, ja. Wow. Hi, congrats on 50k. Mary Angel Maximiliano. Hi, thanks for tuning in. Wow, so many people here. Wow. That's so cool. I really appreciate that, guys. You can't imagine. I really, really do. Dave X has stopped responding, yeah. We're happy for you, thank you. I am too, believe me. Well, big smiles now. Asperger, you're so awesome. Yeah, they are. Nice, erstmal Stranger Things Werbung vor der... Echt? Ach cool. Hi Tobi, by the way. Freut mich, dass du da bist. I have tickets for Wacken this year. Enjoy that. I've never been to Wacken. Maybe at some point I will go, but yeah. I guess that would be right up my alley because I like listening to metal. But yeah. Australien, never. Ich würde nie freiwillig in ein Land gehen, wo ich alles töten will. Ja, da gibt es halt viele, ne, Spinnen und sowas auch. Ja, ich bin auch nicht der größte Spinnenfreund, deswegen, Aber ich hätte da schon mal einen Bock drauf. Du bist nicht alt, du bist nicht jung, du bist perfekt. Thank you very much. Mr. Lincoln Jason. Seine Lieblingsband. I actually caught up with the chat, I think. Wow. Dass ich das noch erleben darf. To live that long, to be. I've been able to catch up with you guys, to catch up with chat. Wow. Cheers to me, I guess. I don't know. Achievement unlocked. Megapint Mode. Die Kastruder-Spatzen, ja klar. Alternative Ways sind auch ziemlich cool, ja. Erinnerst du dich an das erste Album, das du gekauft hast? Ich kann mal gucken, ob ich I will see if I can actually find my first album that I ever bought. Might take a moment, but I'm gonna try to find it, Gonna be right back, don't you worry. Where is it? I can't find it. No. No. Am I blind? Where is it? Wo ist es? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Sorry, couldn't find it. But it's Linkin Park Meteora, released in 2003, along with Fallen by Evanescence. Those two albums were the first ones that I bought myself, I think. From my own money, pocket money, das Taschengeld, which is pretty much a literal translation, by the way. Bibi und Tina, nee. nee. Keine Sorge. Trying to catch up with you guys. Favorite Rammstein song from the album Zeit, the latest Rammstein album. In terms of the lyrical content, it might actually be the title track Zeit, because it's one of the most profound songs written by Till Lindemann to date, I feel. Because it's pretty much about the passing of time, mortality, memento mori, remember that you're mortal, that you will die. Carpe diem, make good use of the day, seize the day. And it's really emotional, really touching, actually. And also the music video. And musically speaking, I think one of my favorites is OK. I love the music in that one, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the lyrics, but they're okay. But yeah. Do you know New Kids Turbo? Yes, I do. Congrats, I actually saw that at the movies, I think, back in the day. I'm old. Congrats, Dave. I really like your content, especially the Rammstein songs, video clips, reviews. Keep up with the good job. Greetings from Ireland. Priscilla Di Luca. Hi, Priscilla. Nice name, by the way. Like that. And cheers to Ireland, and thanks for tuning in. What time is it in Ireland? Is it like an hour ago, pretty much, compared to Germany? Because in Germany right now it's, what is it? 11:15 p.m. And yeah. Thanks for the kind words. Much appreciated. Jetzt kommt irgendwas. Wenn es klappt, lerne ich den Eulen Rockshop nächste Woche mal persönlich kennen. Ich weiß. Put this in your try this playlist. Electric Mob. Devil You Know. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion and recommendation. Gonna put that here. I actually have heard that song, I see, because I've hearted that. I've liked that song on Spotify, so that means I must have heard it. That's a good sign. So, but I will re-listen to it, of course. So, but thanks for the suggestion, Kai. Carl Creighton. Posting the good old Hugo emote because he's a channel member. Hint, hint. I know I'm old. My first album I purchased was Rob Zombie, Hillbilly Deluxe. I think that was released in 97 or 98, right? Wasn't that his breakthrough album as well? With Dracula, which was also featured in The Matrix. That is where I actually first listened to the song. Because I think it's also played in the club scene at the beginning of the movie where Neo actually first meets Trinity. Yeah. See, that's the music nerd speaking. Love me some Rob Zombie. I'm not the biggest expert when it comes to his music, but what I know, I do like. Kika-Tanzalarm oder so eine Kacke. Och, du als Kind ist das ja nicht unbedingt Kacke. Das ist ja immer kontext- und altersabhängig, ne? Zickzack, Zeit, meine Tränen. Yeah, all good songs, definitely. It's precisely... Oh yeah, so it's 1 hour earlier, so to speak. I was still in high school. I can't believe I actually caught up with you guys. Because at one point I felt like I'm like 20 hours behind you. So that is cool. I still can't believe what just happened a few minutes ago. I can't fathom that. I just can't. So, what is your favorite track on site? Yeah, definitely. Tell me. My favorite track on site is Adieu. Yes, it's also it's a quite sad song though. Rammstein's Sehnsucht and Radiohead's OK Computer were my first albums. I lost touch with Rammstein until finding this channel. Wow, really? Awesome. And OK Computer is a phenomenal album, and that might actually be also one for like a listening party. Album listening reaction meets German lesson type of video in the future. So, yeah, love the album. Have you considered teaching the German language to English speakers? Isn't that what I'm kind of doing this on this channel though? I mean, I know what you mean, but you know, in terms of one-on-one lessons or group lessons, it's just not possible for me time-wise. Besides, or next to doing this channel and having like my other job as a social media manager, it's just not feasible. But I actually said that at the beginning of the stream. I intend to offer some like worksheets for you guys for a little fee, that is, So I could offer different worksheets for you guys about certain different topics. And you guys can download them, and then you can fill them out, and then you can send them back to me, and I'm gonna correct them, right? Like I said before, like for a certain little fee that I don't know how much one could charge for that, or it's haven't really found out what would be a reasonable pricing for that. Because as I've said before, I don't want to be greedy, I don't want to charge overly much, but it has to be feasible for me, and in order for my, me spending the time to write those worksheets and do that. So, we'll see. Den letzten Weg musst du alleine gehen. Yeah, that's a pretty sad line. You have to go alone. The last way you have to actually walk alone. The last path ahead of you. Have you see you, Dave. Be back in a moment. In a classroom setting. My first bought album was Bon Jovi, Have a Nice Day, because I never found the title track on a mixed CD or something. I love the song, actually. Have a Nice Day by Bon Jovi is a great song, I think. It's like a, good vibes song. And I definitely like listening to that. And, I don't mind Bon Jovi anyway. It's My Life, and the older songs, You Give Love a Bad Name. What is the other one? Living on a Prayer, of course. And there's also another 80s classic, I feel. That's a You Give Love a Bad Name. But there's also another one. What was it? Bon Jovi. Runaway. Yes, Runaway. That was the one I was thinking about. So guys, I think 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. At 11 p.m. it is for me. Because I'm slowly but surely getting a little bit tired. Not because of you guys, of course, but because of, being old and it being late and the mega pint and everything. Runaway is a great song, yes. In a glassroom setting. I will probably just ban myself from the chat if you do an OK Computer listening party. I know that album inside out. Wow. Very nostalgic. I love that album. Every song on that album is great. And, besides it being a great album on its own, it was really influential when it came to other bands in the early 2000s, including Muse, with The Origin of Symmetry, for instance, or Porcupine Tree, even Coldplay, definitely. Yeah. So highly influential, important album. Ich wollte zu Rage Against the Machine nach Hannover, doch da bin ich schon bei den Ärzten in Minden. Ja, das sind die Luxusprobleme, die kenne ich auch. Durch die ganze Verschieberei von Konzerten. Ich meine, jetzt war es bei mir ja auch. Und zwar wäre jetzt kommendes Wochenende ja Rock am Ring oder ist Rock am Ring. Und am Samstag spielen aber auch die Ärzte, wo ich auch eine Karte oder 2 Karten für habe, für meinen Vater und mich. Und ja, Glück im Unglück, ne, da wir entschieden haben, Vuk und ich, dass wir das Jahr nicht zu Rock am Ring gehen, kann ich die Ärzte live sehen. Juhu! Mal wieder. Also zum 3. Mal mittlerweile dann. Adieu is on par with Ohne dich is another favorite. Both great songs, yeah. I guess my first album was All Hope Is Gone from Slipknot. That's a pretty cool first album. Very controversial album, but I love it. But it's a great album, you know. Dead Memories is a great song, Psychosocial. And pretty much the whole album, you know. Slipknot is actually the band that I escalated to the most when it comes to live concerts so far. You know, in terms of me standing, you know, in front of the stage, whenever I do that, you know, mostly I'm also really like going for it. But when I saw Slipknot playing live at Rock am Ring in 2019, I think it was, they were one of the headliners. Boy, did I escalate. I really did. That was a lot of fun, especially to songs like Duality and Before I Forget, for instance. Love those songs. Yeah. What songs from my teens, you know, early teens. Because when Before I Forget and Duality were released in 2003, I was 12. And I remember watching the music video especially to Duality on TV, on German music TV back in the day, and I was blown away. I was blown away. Such an energetic, great song. And I love Corey Taylor. I actually saw Corey Taylor live twice now. One time with Stone Sour and another time with Slipknot. So he's a great singer and overall great personality on stage and I think off stage as well, judging from interviews and everything. Welcome back, Mr. Lincoln Jason, for the last couple of minutes of the stream. All Hope Is Gone is really good, even if it's not the typical Slipknot album. I'm a maggot. But a maggot that love all the Slipknot albums, even the All Hope Is Gone. Don't feel bad. For all you guys who might be confused about the term maggot in this context, a maggot is pretty much a Slipknot fan. That's pretty much the term for Slipknot fans. In German, that would be die Kakerlake, I think. Or die Made? Die Kakerlake. No, the Made. I think. Maggots. I think, right? Ja, genau. Die Made. It is. And die Kakerlake is the cockroach. Yes. Eine Woche davor die Hosen in Bremen. Ja, also ich mag die Hosen zwar an sich, also ich habe nichts gegen die, ich mag auch einige Songs von denen, aber ich bin nicht so der große Hosen-Fan, muss ich gestehen. Also ich bin eher so die Ärzte-Typ im Vergleich. Definitiv. Vor allem auf Ferienurlaub. Alrighty. Seen Corey Taylor live in London. Wow. Yeah, he did a couple of intimate club shows, I think, right? With acoustic guitar and everything. And I think he even covered Everlong by the Foo Fighters. I think there's some YouTube videos about that. Okay, so last chance, guys. Gonna wrap the stream up in a moment. You know, 11 p.m., like in 3 minutes. So if you have questions, go for it. But of course, you know, don't you worry, because there's gonna be more streams in the future as well, more Q&A streams and everything, and of course more album reaction meets German lesson streams, similar to the ones I've done for Ghost, Impera, and Florence and the Machine, Dance Fever. Whoops. As well as wanting to learn German, I also want to learn Italian, mainly because my family name is Italian. Ah, I see. Yeah, maybe you have Italian ancestors. Maybe. I just noticed the reflection in your eyes. That sounds like a pretty cool pickup line. Sorry. Hey, you know what? I just noticed the reflection in your eyes. Do I have a reflection in my eyes? I don't know. Hope it's a good reflection, though. Cheerio. Haben wir Hausaufgaben? Nein, habt ihr nicht. Außer immer dran zu bleiben, zu lernen, ne? Nicht aufgeben. Ganz, ganz wichtig. Sagt euch der Lehrer Dave. Live in London is posted in its entirety on his personal YouTube account. Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome. Vielen Dank, Dave. Thanks for your time, man. I have to thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you very much for everything once again. There's much more to come. As I've said before, my one and only YouTube goal is reaching 100k subscribers. Maybe at some point, maybe not. Would be awesome, you know, I wouldn't mind that, definitely. So feel free to spread the word about my channel if you know other people who might also be interested in what I do, or if you just want to spread the word in general on social media, you know. That is a great help, apart from, you know, supporting my work on patreon.com/vlogdave and or through like single tips via PayPal or whatever. Of course, that also helps immensely. You know, buying equipment and, you know, keeping up to date with stuff. So yeah, that helps a great deal, and I'm eternally extremely grateful for that from the bottom of my German heart. So thanks for all your kind words, for your support over the years and months and weeks and days and hours and minutes and seconds and everything. It's yeah, it's wow. It's just wow. So looking forward to more videos. As I've said before, one last thing, I might not be able to make as many videos in June as usually, because I have to you know, pack certain things, box certain things for me moving into another flat in June. So I will be busy with that, and there's also going to be a few other things that are about to happen. So yeah, we'll see about that. For instance, my father is turning 60 in June, and we're gonna have like a nice family celebration thing going on, and something that he doesn't know yet, and I'm really looking forward to that. I wish I could tell you about that, but I can't. So we'll see. So just so you know. But looking forward to the next live streams. As I've said before, there's gonna be a Rammstein album listening party live stream coming up soonish, and more album listening parties / German lessons, because that's both in one, basically. Something that I started 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that I want to continue doing at some, like here and there, every now and then, as live streams. So feel free to tune into those as well. It's always much fun, you know, combining music with explaining German. That's just the best thing for me personally. So, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well, as much as I do. So, yeah. Once again, thank you very much for 50,000 subscribers. More than 50,000 subscribers. So, make a video about your move. I might actually. I will certainly film a room tour once everything is set up, once my studio is set up and everything, because that might also take some work before that's gonna be done properly. But really looking forward to that. It's a great flat. I love it. And yeah, thank you once again, guys, for everything, to put it in simple words, but not meant in a simple way. All right. Have a good night, morning, day, afternoon, noon, whatever time it is. A great weekend, of course. And I'm gonna see you around soonish. Looking forward to that. Until then, feel free to watch my videos, my older videos maybe, if you wanna, catch up on them. There are plenty of videos you might not even know about and you might be very much interested in. So feel free to use the search function on my main channel page if you wanna, or my playlist. Check out my various playlists. I think I have more than 20-30 playlists on the channel with certain, many different video series. And of course, also, once more, the German podcast, my German podcast for you guys, for people that wanna listen to German, or a German podcast as a listening practice. That might be a good way for you to practice your German listening skills. And it's much fun for me to record the podcast. As I've said before, it's simply titled The German Podcast, because it's a podcast in German. Who would have known? And it's available on pretty much all common podcasting platforms, including Spotify and Apple and Amazon and whatnot, Cheerio, Miss Sophie. And of course, one last thing, last thing. If you enjoy that podcast, feel free to rate it, because you can rate that on Spotify, for instance, on Apple. You can give, I think, up to 5 stars for the podcast. That also helps a great deal if you do that. So, cheerio, Miss Sophie. Thank you very much, guys, for everything. Thank you. Just thank you. And see you next time.